It's a concert that will have you feeling like you are a part of the natural world as you are immersed in beautiful cinematography as well as orchestrations from an Oscar-winning composer. And that composer joins us now via Zoom. Stephen Price, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. Lovely to be here.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Our Planet Live. This was originally a Netflix award-winning documentary series. Now it's been transformed into a concert experience. So let's talk a little bit about Our Planet Live and what people will experience.
Yeah, it's something that we're really proud of. Back when we started working on the show in about 2018, it was one of those ideas in the back of your head that this would be amazing to share with people live and to put some of these incredible images that people watch at home on the big screen. And so we went back to all the original sources and we've made a very unique show. There's lots of things you'd recognize from the original program, which takes you all around the planet to all the different environments. Lots of music that you'll have heard before from the show, but all in a new form. Hopefully you feel at the end of the evening you've had this journey around the whole planet and amazing visuals and hopefully a lovely kind of experience to share with everyone.
And we're looking here at video of what the show actually looks like with a little bit of video as well as some great music. This was an 8-part series, yes? How did you narrow it down to a 2-hour concert? I'm sure that was difficult.
It was difficult, but it was fun. You know, I was really determined that it wasn't just a clip show and it wasn't just here's the highlights of this thing we did on TV. It's a very specifically theatrical show. And, you know, we tried to make it so that all the messages are there from the original program. It shows you all the connections between the different places on Earth. It shows you how what we do where we are affects the Arctic, or it affects the jungles, the rainforests. And it shows you all the beautiful things there, the incredible creatures, incredible scenery. Also goes on to show you some of the problems that the world's going through at the moment and the realities of where we are there. But then we were very keen to be positive. You know, there's an awful lot of good things happening and a lot of very clever people doing incredibly clever things to help save the planet. And we want to show people that there is hope and, you know, we can all come together to make a difference. So over the course of an evening, hopefully you feel you've had these highs and, you know, a couple of sad moments along the way, but you leave with a real feeling of positivity about our home.
Yeah, that sounds like your hopes for what you hope people will take away from coming and experiencing the show. But has your perspective changed any about our planet after working on this project?
Oh, absolutely. I think I was, you know, like a lot of people, it was one of those things that was happening over there in the distance and it didn't really affect us, you know, and you try and do your recycling, you try and do your bit, but you didn't really appreciate the fact that we are all connected. And through working on the show, I got to spend a lot of time with World Wildlife Fund people and a lot of scientists and all these incredible people who went to make the program. And you kind of did learn an awful lot about how every little bit helps. And, you know, there are positives that we can make. So, yeah, I feel very much more connected, I think, with the whole world, you know, rather than feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I think we can all feel a little bit overwhelmed when you read the newspapers or see film of awful things happening and it feels, you know, what can we do? But we can all help. And hopefully the show makes people feel a little bit of that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. There are some pretty cool co-narrators of the show as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the original narrator for the series was the legend Sir David Attenborough, who I've been fortunate to work with a few times, and he's just brilliant. And it's almost, I feel the music isn't complete until I hear his voice over the top of it. He's like my lead instrument, the best lead instrument in the world. And so his narration is present and correct in the show. And the show's also co-hosted by William Shatner, which was an amazing thing when we heard about that. He's a WWF ambassador who has great fondness for the planet. He went up to space, saw it from afar, wants to kind of share the word about, you know, what we can do to help the world. So he's doing an incredible job and he's on the screen every night, helping the audience through this journey that we take them on during the course of the evening.
Yeah, well, we have to give a little shout out here for the photo credits to Handout Photography and the World Wildlife Fund. Quickly, how is the World Wildlife Fund involved with this production?
They've been involved right from the very beginning. So when we were doing the original show, they were very, very central to that. Everything that we say in the show, both the Netflix show and this new theatrical experience, is true. The science is all proven. And we kind of use WWF very closely for that. They're involved all the way through to this now, and every ticket that's bought, a contribution is made to WWF for their education funds. So really, by going to the show, not only are you having this evening, but you're also helping the next generation of people to hopefully learn more about the planet and how we can help it. So hopefully it's all over a good thing.
Okay, well, you kicked off your 60-city U.S. tour February 13th. You are heading this way to the State Farm Center on March 27th. So people can get their tickets at statefarmcenter.com. But we are so excited to host you here in Central Illinois, and we wish you safe travels, and it's going to be a great, great show. And we appreciate you sharing all of that information with us today.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. All right. If you want to learn anything more about the Our Planet Live in concert or anything else about Mr. Price, we will have all that information at ciLiving.tv after today's show.